What have I done to myself? What have I done? Oh, this is a topic request that we had here. How do you keep a certain sureness you're on the right path and won't one day wake up and think, what did I do to myself? In theory, the realization can happen to any of us. So I'm not sure exactly if this person was specifically referring to me being transgender and waking up and realizing, oh, gosh, what did I do? Transitioned and this and that and whatever. I don't know, but let's just go along with that, What have I done? What have I done? Okay. So, will I one day wake up and feel as though, what did I do to myself? I have had plenty of realizations like that before. Not specifically, well, actually, no, it has been about transition as well. I would have this intense anxiety, and I would wake up, and when you're like super anxious and you're like, your stomach is like curled up and you're just like not quite trembling, but you're just kind of shaken up and just feeling really bad like that. I've had that before. Probably maybe like two years ago. I would wake up and I would feel just so bad, like, oh my gosh. And then another big mistake was like me waking up and go, oh my gosh, I have all these videos of myself online. Once you put something online, it is there forever. It doesn't matter what you say or try to take it back or delete it. It's there forever. There's no way to take it back. I'm just like, oh my gosh, what have I done, But I've had it with transitioning, I've had it with the videos, I've had it with a variety of different things. And that is definitely a legitimate concern, even for anyone, because there are plenty of people who may wake up and say, was it a good decision that I moved away from my family to pursue this career? Was it a good decision that I broke up with this person and, whatever, so many different things, so many different scenarios. We can just kind of wake up in the middle of the night just feeling like so stressed out and like, oh my gosh, But I'll say this. Despite those realizations, you don't live in the past, you don't live in the future. You live in the here and now. So you have to do what makes you happy in the here and now. I mean, of course, you need to rationalize, what is appropriate and you need to be planning, absolutely, but you can't be thinking if 5 years down the line you make a big mistake. Because let's say 5, 10 years down the line, I realize I made a big mistake. It could happen, absolutely. It could absolutely happen, but guess what? Right now, where I stand, I am happy with who I am. I'm happy with the person I am, and I want to take that back. So, the fact remains, right now, I am happy with myself. I'm not upset. And if I was, then that would be a major problem, and we would need to address that appropriately. So it's just about the here and the now. That is what I say. Because there will be things that you regret in your life. There will be things that you've made mistakes with. And for something as big as me, my transition, that's a huge thing. You can't go back from that. You can't. You can try. You can try to de-transition, but it will never be perfect. You can't, especially if you've had surgery. If you haven't had surgery, then you're pretty much in a better place to de-transition. But I always kind of wonder that. It's like, what would life have been if I had not transitioned? And I don't think I would have been happy at all. I mean, I can't, even just thinking about it is just not something that makes me happy, because I didn't want to be present myself as a male. I wanted to be presented as a female. So that's just how it is. Now, I'm much more comfortable with myself. I don't mind joking and doing, male things that I would consider male and jokes along those lines. It doesn't bother me, but certainly in my mind there's a certain amount of idea like, oh, maybe I should not have had surgery, or maybe I should have waited, or maybe I should have thought of different things and this and that. But at the same time, it's kind of like, but then I wouldn't be who I am today, So there's a variety of different things. So I guess the main question is, how do I keep certain sureness you're on the right path. So how do I know that I'm on the right path? Because what makes me happy and confident in who I truly am is being true to yourself. Being true to yourself can change over time, and it will change over time. Let's say you enjoy pursuing a career in a certain field, and then suddenly you do something else entirely different. Let's say you're a nurse, okay? You love that. You've been a nurse for many, many years. Then just snap of a finger, you want to become a construction worker. Completely different. But let's say that's one of your passions, and that's something that you've really been interested in. And it's something maybe you were doing on the side before. And it's like, okay, pursue that. And it's such a different thing, but you have to listen to what's inside. And if inside is saying, this isn't working anymore, I have to do something else, then you have to listen to that and go for that. You can't keep putting yourself in a situation that is not good for you and it's not making you happy. If doing something is making you miserable, then it's time for a change. So that's what I say. So the way you know that you're on the right path is in the here and now. How do you feel? What are you doing now? And do you feel happy with what you're doing now? It's not about what you do in the future. It's not about what you did in the past. You can't force something that you've done in the past to re-emerge and keep doing it over and over and over again. And you can't be thinking, oh, what if 5 years down the line I'm not interested in this anymore. You can't be thinking about that. You got to pursue what's here and now and just go for that. That is what I say, and that's how you know. So what if you end up making mistakes? Because you will make mistakes. You will learn from mistakes, and if you do wake up with that realization, what did I do? This is wrong. Then it's time for a change. So that's what I say. Yeah, it's an interesting one, but I think all of us have dealt with that or will deal with that at some point with major things in our life. So anyway, I'm going to get to my meal here. Let me show you. Super spicy quesadilla. Yes. Dipped in super spicy hot sauce, and well, it's taco sauce and 2 kinds of hot sauces and lime juice and ghost pepper powder in this thing. Oh, and turmeric, as you can see. Look how yellow it is. Turmeric. My voice, I don't know if you can tell my voice is kind of hoarse today because it's, was it Friday? No, it was Thursday, I think. Thursday. I choked on my own spit, and ever since then my voice has just been kind of down. I think yesterday it was kind of okay, but today kind of like got worse again. I don't know. It was just kind of weird. It really was. So anyway, yeah, just kind of talking up here is a bit more difficult for me. I don't know. Maybe my testosterone is going up too. 'Cause I notice when my testosterone goes up, I talk deeper. I talk like a man. I don't know. I can't do it. Anyway, you take care. Bye-bye.